Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
First, let's just kind of talk about the temperature of the thing. If you look at these four teams, at least three of the four, they play through their center. They play through their big man. Purdue with Zach Edey, UConn with Clingan, DJ Birds, NC State. John, we'll start with you. I mean, is this all we hear, right? The trope about March Madness in college basketball is that it's all
Mm,
about the guard play. But it feels like this year it's all about the big play, my man.
Yeah. You know, when I was in school, Coach Williams literally would tell us, I don't think you can win a national championship without a really good big man. And as you see now, this is a tournament full of big men. And I think it's more so the attention that the big men kind of demand, especially Purdue, Clingan, even Burns. They put the defense at such a disadvantage. And at this level, I don't know if teams have the awareness, the quickness to recover defensively as maybe a professional setting would be. Guys are bigger, guys are longer, guys are more athletic, obviously. So it's a beautiful thing to see for the sport. I think this has been one of the more fun tournaments, and we still have some heavyweights left as well. So it's been a good balance of teams that we didn't think were going to get there, and then two teams that, we felt like had a chance to win it all. So it's going to be fun.
RC, obviously you're known for one of the sickest crossovers at the college level that we've ever seen. But what do you make of just how the bigs have taken center stage here in this tournament? It's not often you see that.
No, I mean we talk so much, and you hear teams discuss, um, guards can you need good guard play to make a deep run, and in a lot of cases that may be true, but you can't argue the fact the presence of these three big guys that are dominating the headlines, and rightfully so. They're setting the tempo. They're setting on both ends of the floor. They're establishing the paint. I think it starts with Zach Edey as far as that, and then I think Klingon, and then you know Burns has just come out of nowhere, and really with a dominant run in the ACC tournament, and then his run yesterday against Duke, where he was the best player on the floor against a Duke team. So um, credit to those guys, man. I mean they're hell of a players, and it's actually fun to watch them because they all do it differently. They do it in three different styles.
Hey, John, I'm gonna ask you this, man. I'm gonna put it to you like this: of the three dominant bigs, right? Now, you want to throw Grant in there too. I mean, Grant, obviously, with Alabama, they play through him as well. But I kind of see him more as a guy that's willing to sort of step out there and shoot it as well. But if this
Mhm.
is if we pick up John Henson, we put him on Carolina in 2023. Who are you like most comfortable of these bigs guarding? Edey,
I
Burns,
mean,
Clingan, like who is it?
I would have had a problem with Edey, right? I mean, I'm not naive enough to say that I would have locked him up. Burns, I would have had a problem with too. I mean, and if anybody, maybe Klingan, right? Because Klingan, at least if you stay between him and the basket, he'll relent. But Edey and Burns are going to try to punish you, so that's the
Yep,
difference. But it would have been tough. And I played the four in college, so I wasn't even. I would be guarding like Diarra, um,
gotcha.
and guys like that. Big Z would have been down there on Burns and Edey, but just how dominant they've been, especially with Burns. Like I'm sitting back and I'm just like, how would I play this? Would I front? It's hard to front. Do you double team? You can pass it really well. The only reason thing I can think, which is so tough in 5 days to do and change your defensive scheme, I would be like, you got to throw different looks at them. Come down on the pass one time, dig on the next, just have hand signals because not comparing him to LeBron, but the only way to even have a chance against LeBron was like, don't let him know it's coming. And that way he wasn't able to pick you apart. So I think with Burns, that's the only way to really beat him at his own game. And Edey, obviously, I think Purdue does a great job of just getting him the ball in the right spots. Their entry passes, I mean, like, I get chills. Like I wish when I was in college, cats was dumping me the ball in right where I wanted it, right in position to turn the hook. Like so, that's a big thing for him as well. That's why he scores so efficiently. And Cleanan is just an anchor down there as well. So um, these are three tough guys, man. I don't think there was a solution to them even when I was in school. We would have had the scheme.
RC, as a guard, like I feel like each of these guys kind of does different things for their guard. Like who would you most want to play with? Like who would you most want to be down there for you? Like who would be you think most conducive for your game?
To be hell, I'd have said DJ Burns because he's probably the best passer
Yeah.
of all of them, right? So all you got to do is just cut, and he's going to find you. So I would say Burns is the best passer. I think, like you said, they do so many good things, but Burns would be the guy that seems to be, he's definitely the best passer of the group. But I think the way he plays, that kind of catching it, crab dribble, back you down, with you cutting around the whole time, makes it probably harder to guard. I think all of them have present a problem the way they're schemed in their systems and the way they play. You're not going to keep any of them from getting the ball, but he just seems to get a style that's just so a throwback. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go hard left, and if you cut me off, I'm gonna spin back right. And his ability, like I said, to find guys. He's that point guard in the half court, and that's what makes him so unique.
I was going to say too with Burns, if someone is competent enough down low, I don't care if it's me. If you can give me 6 dribbles, I'm probably going to get a good shot. And I wasn't the best offensive player, so you give a guy like Burns, like I say all the time, dribbles in the post is a rhythm. It's a rhythm. You get a little rhythm, you shimmy like. Sometimes I would get a rhythm post.
He'll pass it back out and get it right back, right? Because he's off rhythm.
It's a rhythm game down there. So if you're gonna let Burns, who's already way more competent than he needs to be to score down there, 5-6 dribbles, he's gonna score, and that goes for anyone that down there.
I think that their issue is his length can bother you. I think they got to rely on Zach Edey's length to bother him because he doesn't elevate. Mm-hmm. So he got to create space in different ways. But as you know, to your point, I think he's the hardest one to guard.
Yep.
Of the three. Not that he's the best and getting into all that, but you know what I mean, John, as a player, he's the hardest guy to guard because if he gets it at the 3-point line, he wants to feel your body and he's just going to slowly. And then the other 4 guys, you got to guard your man because he's sitting there playing like a point guard. He's really like an old school. I mean, like it's like he's playing like an old school how Magic used to back guys down, and you cut, and if you cut, he's gonna dime you, and then he just continues to back you down, and then once you try to cut him off, he wants to get hard to his left hand, and then once you cut him off, he's gonna spin. It's an old school mentality and an old school game because I think now guys work on so many moves. They always you hear the analogy or the saying of he in his bag. Burns don't have no bag. He going hard left, and if you cut him off, he gonna spin. That's his bag. He got a hard move and a counter, and that's it. And you can't stop it.
And we're gonna talk about the NC State Duke game later, but when he was scoring on Flip was Flip used to just like they broke Duke. Like Flip was walking out of bounds, bad body language, like you know what I'm saying?
He's in the stands. He was in the stands.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, big dude like that, scoring on you like he's scoring. He's not more athletic. He's not better than you. You the NBA prospect, and he taking you to behind the woodshed. That'll get. Hey, Flip was ready to go to the league after this last game. He ready to get out of there.
He couldn't wait to put the Instagram post up. He wanted to put that shit up with 10 minutes left in the game. Thank you, Duke.
He's fouling out fouling out 5 minutes left. Like, come on, Flip. Like, if you want to just give him the game. But that's what Burns is doing. I mean, he's taking their soul. So,
thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.